Sir, I know I'm very proud of my country.
We all are.
Because, yeah. So the reason, one of the reason is we have liberty to speak. And see, he's criticizing the Prime Minister and the policies on your national television, which will be seen by millions of people. That confidence that you can criticize is only in India. It is not there.
And also
I remember one more thing.
Where we have certain advantages that others don't have.
In 86, I did my matriculation. I did my 10th standard in 88. And we had to fill up a form. And I was filling up the form, and there I wrote Hindu, and then Kulin Rajput, and all these kind of things which had to be written there. And I was wondering, as a boy of 10th standard, why is somebody asking me my religion, my caste? It is 1986. So the form which asked me to write my religion and the caste was drafted before even Bharatiya Janata Party was formed. Understand this. So the blame, if there is that society was divided in the schools, when you filled up your admission form, goes to the governments which were formed earlier. So I think when our founder fathers, when they wrote this, sir,
I'll just come back to Mr. Krishna.
Yeah,
go ahead.
At least you should have a courtesy to allow other person to speak, sir. You spoke so much.
Go ahead, go ahead.
So who sowed this seed of asking you your religion, your caste? We will have to go back and ask them, why did they make it? Because I could have just simply written there, we need Goenka, and I'm appearing my 10th standard, finish. Why do you want to know my religion, my caste? And that was a question which was there in my mind as a 15-year-old boy in 1996. So it is not now that you are asking the religion, caste. It was then that government who preaches. And today also, I advocate this and my party advocates this. Let us abolish this. Why should we rush our caste? So secondly, I come from Mumbai. Whenever I used to go to Chhatrapati Shivaji terminus, a very nice terminus, and I used to cross there, I used to see a very nice building there, very beautiful building, and I used to ask my father, क्या नाम है इसका? He used to say Hajj House, and I used to say, अच्छा अगर Hajj House है, तो कहीं पे हमको है क्या गंगा दर्शन का कोई house है क्या? अमरनाथ house क्यों नहीं है? And he said कि नहीं है. Who made this differentiation? And as a boy of in the 1986, as a 10th standard boy, I used to see that differentiation being sowed in my mind, not by Bharatiya Janata Party, but then governments which were there. Sir, madam, you will have to go back and ask this to Pandit Nehru, Indira Gandhi ji, and all these people.
We can't go back and
ask Pandit Nehru, Indira Gandhi. So if you can't go back, then we cannot blame the current society and the current dispensation.
So
I suffered this.
We can't go back and ask Pandit Nehru.
And I used to hate that somebody used to call me Hindu, somebody used to call me that acha aap royal family se aate hain, aap fala se aate hain. Why they wanted that? They could have just asked me my name. I could have filled up my form and got my 10th standard pass. से मगरिब के नमाज बाहर निकल रहे थे हम मगरिब के नमाज करके बाहर निकल रहे थे. जिसने जिंदगी में वजू नहीं किया उसने हमको काफिर बुलाया साहब. जिसने जिंदगी में वजू नहीं किया उसने हमको काफिर बुलाया. Those who have never participated in the democratic process of this country, exactly 4 years and 11 months, they come up, sign some petition, challenge everybody. Had this been done by Amitabh Bachchan, had this been done by Shah Rukh Khan, had this been done by Paresh Rawal, had this been done by Manoj Joshi, had this been done by Abhijit Muzumdar, I would have said yes. These are the same names. जिंदगी में वजू नहीं किया और जिसने मगरिब की नमाज की उसको उन्होंने काफिर बुलाया. Those who have been talking about integrity of this country always, they have been questioned, and by whom? So I'll speak 3 incidences which happened with me, and this is my own experience. One, when I was 7 years old and saw my parents and my grandparents been arrested in emergency for no reason just because they came from RSS.
There are journalists who have been arrested now. There have been activists who have been arrested now.
Sir, that is the due process of law.
189
it is not randomly arrested. It is a due process of law which the police initiated, charge sheet, criminal investigation has taken place. They have not been randomly picked up just like that.
No, sir. That's what I mean to say is that anyone who was just...
So you saw the freedom. The question was asked to me. And if I am denied to speak and answer, then you can understand what kind of freedom I have here.
Goenka sahab, you have at least spoken. I am sitting for half an hour. I have not spoken a single word.
Okay, we'll come across this.
What about my democracy? Is it a democracy? Can you tell me? Is it a democracy?
Ask NDTV. So,
okay,
मैं खत्म कर लेता हूँ.
Fine. But don't be so pity oriented. I think everyone gets actually,
So this is the aggression that we've been talking about.
Disturb नहीं कर सकते. I'm very firm, sir. So even if you try to interject, I'm a stubborn person.
I think what is there in the mind. Okay, everybody is getting very aggressive. This is the aggression Mr. Hussain is talking about.
So what I heard, and so I started reading newspaper because I wanted to know what is happening, and I read what Turkmen get, where unmarried Muslim youths were vasectomy were done on them. I'm just thinking, what a human can do on another human. Does this current youth know about that? Please go and Google
So
what
this
is
current
Turkman
youth
Gate.
is concerned
I'm
about
coming on.
their
I'm coming on.
current
Ma'am,
youth in the
didn't
last
disturb-
5 years.
I didn't disturb anybody, ma'am.
Does
Can
this
I have 10
current youth,
seconds?
1 second, sir, I just want to focus this debate. I only have an
I
hour,
have
so I
to-
don't want to go back to when you were 8 and then when you were 15. Does this youth care about the last 5 years? Let's focus on the last 5 years, please, because we have an election.
Last 5 years.
3
so
days
let me give
before
an
the
example.
next
Last
first
5
vote
months.
is to be.
So I went to Prayagraj to visit Ardhku. Who was my driver? Atif. He took me everywhere. I said, Atif, कैसे लग रहा है? साहब, इतना income कभी जिंदगी में नहीं हुआ था.
So that's
Atif,
So there's been
I didn't
social
ask the
development.
taxi
Okay.
driver before sitting in the taxi कि भैया आपका नाम क्या, धर्म क्या है. I booked a taxi through Ola.
So
I
you're
got
saying
it.
there's
Let
been
me
social
complete. Let me
development,
complete.
there's been
So
economic
let me
growth.
complete now. You wanted 5 months ka experience?
Huh.
I'll tell you 2 examples. And if you want number of Atif, I can share the number of Atif on your television
I
right
get your
now.
point, sir. You're saying there's
And
been
he said,
economic
जितना
development.
income हमारा हुआ आज 2, he was the guy who took me कि सर यहाँ जाना चाहिए, वहाँ जाना चाहिए, ये जो है कस्टम्स करना चाहिए. आपको कैसे पता है? सर रोज के 3 लोगों को लेके जाता हूँ और इसी से घर चलता है. You understand? That is Atif
Okay.
of
So
Prayagraj.
this is-
So I have seen that of the country. Let me give you another example. From Anjar, मैडम एक अच्छा एग्जांपल दे तो डिस्टर्ब हो गया. इतना मन विचलित होता है. दूसरा एग्जांपल अंजार स्टेशन से somebody who
Dr. Kumar.
Okay, go ahead, Mr. Goenka. Finish. Let's go across
Please
Mr. Kumar.
finish.
you disturb me whatever. I don't get disturbed, madam. I have seen all kind of people in my life, madam.
Kavita, please.
I have
I'm
seen
not
many
so
people.
bad.
We're running out of
No, madam,
time.
you are very good. Anjar station, I was driven to a factory of Excel Carecroft where they make bromine. You know who is the driver, madam? Danji Bhai. Name is Danji Bhai, but he is a Muslim and he says what you know. मैंने कहा Danji Bhai कैसे लग रहा है? बोला गलती से भी हमारे यहाँ पे ना मोदी जी को गाली मत दे देना. I said why? You are a Muslim and मोदी जी के बारे में बुरा बोलने में क्या जाएगा? He said my grandfather is 86 years old and he has seen flowing water first time in his life from that tap. That is what is Modi has given to Anjar. So, madam, मैंने क्या देखा बताएं? What I have seen? I have seen Atif. I have seen Danji Bhai. I have
it.
seen this.
So, Mr. Goenka,
See,
you're
it is
basically,
the
I
person
just
who
want
wants
to
see that.
understand,
She has
you're
seen what she
basically
wanted to
saying,
see. I
Mr.
saw what I wanted to
Goenka,
see.
you're basically
मेरे
saying
देश में
this
गुलशन
election
खिलता
is
है,
about
मैडम, उनके
economic
देश में क्या कहते हैं,
development,
उनको पता
this
होगा.
election is a...
He talked about hate speech. Everybody talked about hate speech, how minorities been attacked. But none of them criticized one incident which happened in Kerala where nuns were raped.
We don't want to go
so that
back and
shows
forth.
their
Who
bias.
said that?
None
Where
of
did
you.
you say
Did you
that?
speak
Please
about
go to
Franco
our
Mulakal
website.
right now?
No.
And the state which did it.
Did you sign the petition?
And Mr.
I don't
Krishna
want
came
to-
up when
Did you
his
sign the
contract
petition?
got
Mr.
cancelled
Goenka,
from
we
at
can go
4:30.
back and
It's not a
forth.
genuine campaign.
No.
Had it not been
Mr. Goenka,
contract
you're
been given to
sidelining
him,
the
you know,
real
Mr. Nigam, would you like to
Madam,
answer
I
this
never
question?
spoke between
Mr. Nigam,
See, why you
please,
all
please
this
answer this
agitated
question.
man?
Freedom of
I
speech
never
and
spoke
expression. You
in
have
that
someone here who's
way.
raised
Why
it.
can't you
May I
allow
just
me a
say something
single
which
sentence?
he may not want to
What
say?
is this
Just a minute.
disturbance
Just one
in your
second.
mind that you don't allow me a single
Mr.
sentence?
Goenka,
ma'am?
Just a
I
second.
didn't speak for 20
Mr.
minutes when
Goenka,
you all
you
were
haven't
speaking.
answered the
Which was
question.
in-
Please let Mr.
I am
Nigam
answering
give
that
it a
question.
shot.
Sir, was Asim Trivedi arrested in BJP rule?
No.
Please
Under
tell
the
me, sir.
Congress,
I'm
it has
answering
happened
you.
in the past.
Was
Yeah.
Karthik somebody who criticized Karthik Chidambaram been arrested in Bharatiya Janata Party's rule, sir? What the girls in Dahanu been arrested in Bharatiya Janata Party's rule?
The
What are you
TMC
talking?
arrested an academic.
And who filed case against you? The state filed a case against you? Or an individual filed a case against you? And when an individual files a case against you, what will the police do? They will take a case, come to you, there is a case which is going on the court. Did the state arrest you, sir? So please, sir, do not put your wrong picture in front
Quickly
of the people.
respond, sir, if
See,
you want.
here itself, you're seeing that. I'm trying to ask some questions.
I'll come to you.
6 people come. So this kind of talk does not reflect good. Audience of this country
People have
know
made
what you're talking about.
videos of my cartoon and have tagged to all your ministers on Twitter to attack me.
Who said
Simple.
so, sir?
I can
Do you
prove it.
think
On
they
Twitter,
will
you
have
can
so
go
much
and
of
see.
time to
Okay,
take cognizance of your
audience,
cartoon?
all your-
You
Come
can
on,
go
sir.
on Twitter
Due
and
respect
check
to
this
you
out, but
individually,
Mr. Tyagi,
we
the
don't take
question is
cognizance,
this.
sir.
This is not, even
I
under previous
honestly
governments
speaking,
also, journalists
honestly,
have been
with due respect, not to insult you, I don't
detained.
even know your name till now, sir. So I'm respectfully,
Okay,
respectfully,
so
my
let's
apologies
move
to
on.
you.